Hello, welcome back. I'm going to still talk about the book King Paimon with the title The Lord of the Endless Silence, The Lord of the Abyss. It is written by Anai's Giulia. You can find it on Amazon. It is published and it is a large book. It is a grimoire, a very special type of book. Inside the book there is a long hymn that starts from the beginning, page 1 until 745. It ends, always to say, it's one poem that goes throughout with the story. In a hymn form, it's like a special stanza or a special lyric. So it is lyric, from genre, but it is like a dark Gothic grimoire. And it speaks about King Paimon, his powers, and all the other elements that he carries. And they were quite interesting elements for me as well by writing this book. It has been quite interesting journey, almost like a certain type of mediumship that I had with Paimon, and the things that he showed me through visions, through colors, through numbers. Almost a little cryptic, always a little coded. That one, it's almost like he gives you the answer, but it's a little coded. You have to use your intelligence to understand the meaning behind it. It's like a little test, And why he gives you this test, he can give you a vision, and then it's almost like the vision can be so appealing and so interesting, or what he shows you, that you don't really have an answer immediately what it is. It is cryptic, the same as his language. When he speaks first to you, he speaks another language. You have to ask him, please talk in my language so I can understand. And then he does. He does give you the visions, or as I've said, King Paimon has different ways to communicate. It's almost like a cryptic, consistent. It speaks even about who he represents. So that's the way he gives his wisdom. And he has a little test. He shows you something, then you have to know what is the message behind, what does he want to say. He does give you the keys, but it's like you have to choose the right one. This is like the feeling. At the same time, it is a meditative contemplation that he asks from you, to focus on that image or that message and try to read. And then there's been a lot of different things as well, In one vision I saw him in the market when he meets the girl, and then the second vision was on his throne. That came quite together. I know that the girl vision was the first one, but immediately after, very soon, was the throne. It's almost like together, almost like into it they came. Then these visions repeated themselves. I saw them many times with different details, and as I represented in the book as well. And then the story in the book, the travel, the journey through the desert, is another part of the story. It's like the middle part of the story. It's a larger part of the story. The beginning part of Paimon, which is 2, represents number 2, is the part where he represents himself, because 2 is the number of power. So, it's almost like one can translate numbers to words, or vice versa. One can find colors in the numbers, or numbers in the color, or you can see them moving, or you can, there's a lot of visual things that how Paimon works. It's like a mind, it's like a mental image, It's very much mind. And he carries that, at the same time power. Magic and wisdom, truth, He's very conservative, he's very strong, Paimon's energy is very strong. That's like the message, it's almost like it looks like an illusion. It looks like a magic trick. It looks like out of this world, or it looks like different, or it looks like, but it's like the message behind it one has to find. Why is that there? It makes you think. That's how Paimon works. It's very mental exercise, a meditative work, you have to listen, you have to concentrate, you have to observe, you have to take it seriously. That's what he wants. And then you move through it. It's almost like once you see it, you can see it again, in your mind's eye. And if you try to go deeper in the meditation, then you can, it's almost like it happens naturally. You just see it like a scene in a movie, It's the way I see it, and I try to describe it. And it came very strong through the book. Like when I was writing the scenes, now I was seeing actually the color of the sky or the image. Now I was imagining, and it came naturally. And then after, when I did the recordings about the book, it came so much out about the things that Paimon. It's like I was impressed. Like I was impressed from the beginning, but then I was like in awe, in amaze, almost like, it cannot be real. It's so beautiful. It's so high knowledge. It's so, King Paimon represents so much, and he always represents elevation, and he's very much connected to numbers, the way he works. It's like it can translate things. He speaks an ancient language. He is very powerful. He's magician. He is a great king. No, it's the same. We have spoken about different elements in the other recordings. Some very in depth, with very beautiful imagery and visuals that Paimon gave, and so it has been a book filled with inspiration in this way. No, it has been a very, as I've said, repetitive sensation of new information or new knowledge or the meaning, or it got me so interested. Of course, that's like what Paimon wants to help. No, for me to get deeper, better. No, to almost like he's training me in this way. No, in my accomplishment. No. And then I wrote the book, and I published it, as I said, and then I thought, well, it is pretty much done. Of course, make some marketing, and I would still want to talk in the recordings about King Paimon. It's like I didn't want to say goodbye. I was like, I'm still doing the work. At the same time, I didn't expect the last vision. If the others were like connected to the book, and I almost like expected them or waited for them, or I willingly, thought about them a lot in meditative process. This one came like out of the blue. No, that was like the feeling. It's just like wow. And then I tried to concentrate on what he showed me. And it was the other elements of Paimon that we spoke. The black cube. No, yeah, it was a cube, but it was an elongated cube in this type of abyss where I saw it. No, it was an object. And it seemed very mechanical because there were some sounds and some lights to it. It was like a very long, black shiny tiles type of cube, no, with maybe, sometimes I see it in different forms, but it's I will keep to see what I saw the first time. It's like an elongated cube that floats in the air, not far away from the earth, so to say. No, it's like a black cube, and it had like some type of drawers, and one will open, one will close, and it was just the same thing over and over. No, and in this vision, it was almost like I was there, like I was with Paimon there. I didn't see Paimon, but it's like he brought me there. Like I knew he's from him. He shows me this, and I stayed a few minutes concentrating on the image. No, because it was like my mind was like, whoa. What is that now? Like it's floating in the air. Like what's the meaning of it? And I was very much attracted to he concentrated it on the closing and opening of these drawers, like one after another, like boom, boom. No, there was like a bigger drawer and then a little one, and they were like I don't know, moving. And there was like a red light, but otherwise it was quite black. And it was, as I said, it was not a cube, but it was cube-formic, but elongated. And then on the left, he showed me like a huge library. It was very, very tall. Interestingly, he showed me the wood element, and then were a lot of books there. Now it represents the wisdom, almost like the real powers of Paimon. No, he's always showing me his craft. No, maybe his craftsman. No, he's like or his powers. No, there's maybe some new elements that want to come through from Paimon, what he represents and what he has to say or communicate. And elements of the books, no, very interesting as well, because there was like this contrast between the books, which is almost like an old element, no? Books represent always something old or ancient, or like paper, like the wood, the tree, no? And then you have the contrast to this black cube, this very geometrical form, very futuristic, floating in the air, no? It's like one doesn't understand what it exactly is, no? And that's how it's supposed to be, no? It's almost like it represents exactly what Paimon is or what Paimon represents, and that is like the element of fire or Saturn, or like black cube, or I don't know. There's some interesting concept, because this abyss, or this place, it was not dark. It was like a mountain valley, very deep. And there in the middle appeared this, but it was not a large distance, like it was quite covered by the mountains on both sides. It was like a couloir, long, high, but on like earth, like it was like a dusty mountain area, and then you see this U form, like going down like a valley, and then like walking on the road, and then you have this black prolongated figure, geometrical figure, object, black, in this way, and it has this red, and these tiles, and there was like some type of drawers opening and closing. So it's like a big contrast, and it's like that has two meaning why he shows me this. And I really enjoyed the moment when I was concentrating on the vision. The moment I saw it, I was like, I really didn't blink. I was just fixating my eyes on it, trying to understand with my mind what it is. At the same time, I didn't move at all. I just observed. That's it was just something that and then he showed it like in my space, like the image. I will see it in more little form, but it was the same image. It's like I was pulled out of there or something like that. It was a very short vision that I tried to focus on, but then I was seeing it like in my mind's eye. I was seeing it. I was concentrating on it. It was almost to say, well, it was almost like there. I was still in the same position, in the same place where I saw it the first time. Like I didn't move my eyes, and I will see it like in a little form, but the same thing. And the element of the library came a little later, because I was very much focused on the cube. But the library too I saw, it was like on the left side. It was a huge library with many hundreds, thousands, I don't know, a lot, anyway, more than thousands, I don't know, all books, going up. It's like I cannot even see like how up. So it represents the immense wisdom, of Paimon. That's what I think, the abyssal side of Paimon, the power, because he was represented in the book, on his throne, in this place where I saw him, with books, with a lot of books around, or there was with one, but one knows, because Paimon is carrying this wisdom, that he's like a prophet, or he speaks through his words, or he's always talking. That's like his role. And the elements of the black cube, or this figure, it's almost like I still want to understand. I'm still focusing on the vision. Sometimes even while I'm talking or doing other things, I'm still with my mind. The cube is almost like it comes almost, almost like by talking about it. It comes in my mind's eye again. My eyes are still focusing on the vision, almost like my mind made like a eye picture on this object, that it reappears, in my eye, even when I talk about it, or and it was not a dream, it was a vision. It's like something like something that it appears, or something that you think you see, but you're not sure. But at the same time, because I have spiritual abilities, and I train them in the same time. This is like part of my work, or part of my literary work, and part of same time of my personal life. This is something that I can do. So I really don't know for others possible, or if can in a way can be trained in some way, not. But I know I have it. I have it since I'm a little child. I have like different abilities. Quite a lot, to be honest. It's like I'm still learning about them. And in the past they were not so clear to me, but in time now I took them more seriously, and I want to accept them. It's like part of me, the same way. They are gifts. They are just a little bit more special. It's like different. and that's a good thing, no? It's like Paimon is teaching me to accept my gifts, or to accept a little bit the dark part of me, which is not dark actually. It's just like the parts of me that I hide, even from myself. Or it's like he brings some pieces, some keys to you that you have lost through your memory, or you have not known about you. He does as well, no? It depends too how you work with him, if you want to work, and what you ask him as well. Because one can, work and ask Paimon's help, and he will definitely help. One has to just understand the exercise and how it can be done, no? So others can get the help of Paimon in their work or inspiration or anything artistically, but not only, it can be different subjects as well. And Paimon is able to help. He has this knowledge, and I think that's what the books represent. There's always a reflection of his surface. The surface of Paimon is always like a stone, like a polished, very special stone, of course. And then it's like it's almost like if I was to choose, would be red or blue. He has this royal, he carries jewelry. When you see him, he's really adorned. He's like a prince. He is a prince. King Paimon, to become king, you have to be prince, no? So if we imagine him young, and then later on, like I'm able to see Paimon when he was like in his 20s, when he's represented in his images as a young man, and in those images he's always on his camel, and he's a prince, and he carries magical powers, and he carries some knowledge, and he carries some essence, that no one has, and he has a lot of jewelry or pentacles or objects he carries, and he's magical, he's a prince. And he always travels, with music with his male tribe. He's from a male tribe, so only men around him, but he does interact with people from villages or people he meets, or going through villages or going through the desert, no? It represents too, the Paimon is eternal. The Paimon is forever moving, type of man or journey. He takes this journey. On the second vision I saw him was sitting. It was on his throne. And that was actually the part where it was like the first meeting, or the first the initiation, or the first time the communication, like how the poem starts, and how he talks. It was like me trying to understand his words, me trying to, and it came out like that. It's almost like I didn't say, well, I will choose the introduction of Paimon. It's almost like everything came later, And then is the description of the market, of how he meets the girl. It's almost the element of air comes through. It's like a change of colors, change of setting, and you have the man Paimon on his camel, and he travels through the market as he always does. On his journey, it's almost like King Paimon crosses only once. There's always an element of who knows where King Paimon is, or who knows where his next travel is. And that's like what the girl saw in him or represented him. At the same time, the girl knew. It was quite interesting because it's almost to say the girl, or what inspired me, or how I felt it for me, it was that girl, it was me, in a past life or something, like a vision, that Paimon gave me, it was because I felt his love for him as well. But everything, if I was to put them together, it's like if I was to go put the puzzle together, I would see absolutely, definitely the way I met, the way the vision came. I was playing music, and this image appeared in my eyes, with him appearing in front of the girl, or in front of me, while I was playing, and I was in an old temple, in my imagination while I was playing now, in present, or that time. And then I was seeing this vision of me in the market, it was not the market, it was like a big entering of a temple, but there were people there, and then I saw him, like there were some people in the back, and then he crosses just the place where I was, just in front of me, like in a straight line with his entourage, but I saw only him first. because he has on a big dromedary, his big man, he's always very adorned, always very adorned, like with things. He's sometimes covered, and you can really see, he's king. He has even the role or the symbol of the camel shows that he is king. He is King Paimon, And the girl, was me, so to say, playing my music there, and I really didn't expect him, it appeared, like I say, it appears without you wanting. And at the same time, yes, wanting, because I was already thinking, I knew about Paimon, I was already, I was already in the book, the beginning of writing it. And then I was playing the music, and I was feeling like, take me with you. I didn't say nothing, but in my heart, And I looked up, of course, once, and then I was looking at my music, and I was trying to play nice, play nice music. And then it's almost like that's something, I don't know what, a whisper, that's why I call it so. The wind, it's almost like there was something, and he turned right, he saw me, and I was continuing to play the music, and then he approached, and then I looked my eyes up, and I see him, in front of me, and then he asked me, where did you learn to play so beautiful, child of earth, And I said, something beautiful in the book, because it's everything written in lyric form. I said something like, maybe something correlated to the wind, or I don't know, like, I hear it on the wind, or the wind tells me, or the wind whispers to me, the music. And he really liked, or, he understood the message, and at the same time I know that he's able to hear in the soul, or look, he's able to hear the silence. He's able to hear what people think, he's able to hear, to translate that, he hears, like he heard me actually, when I said, please take me with you. But I didn't say it out loud, I said it in my heart. And it's almost like I know he understood, like there was this connection, his heart, there was this moment, where like first love, or it was like a very short, beautiful, romantic, I would call it, yes, romantic, scene. And then it was actually a very short conversation, but he invited me then, to go with him, or to take me from there. It was almost like an element of saving in some way, like she really wanted to go with him through the desert, to take it. She really wanted to be with him, And after talking about different aspects of this scene, I was thinking, well, of course King Paimon would have helped. I don't know, it's just the feeling the girl or me, said this, please take me with you. It was with a sense of gravity, It had a element of courage, or other elements that Paimon does carry, not only, it's like a strength, like the air, with the fire meets. It's like, that's the feeling, It's like the air started to change, and then it's like the fire, the passion, the love, between them. It's like the first time they saw each other, they wanted to be with one another, It was like a marriage request on the moment, immediately, after getting to know each other. And she goes then with him, It's almost like the camel, for her, was already prepared, She was almost like, actually, King Paimon came to her, or was looking for her, or was searching, Maybe King Paimon chose the girl, It's almost like it does fit very well, because in the present I was working with Paimon, writing the book, and having this vision, and the music that I played for the time, the day, in the present was about Paimon. I was thinking of him, meditating on him, and I was seeing his picture, almost like, his in front of me, and I was imagining, the scene going further. And then it goes further with the travel in the desert, and there's a lot of dialogue between them two, where the girl asks him, things about different things, where are we going, what are we going to find there. It's like, there's almost like she enjoys Paimon's words, telling her things about the future, or where we're going, There's always like an element of the girl wanting to learn from him, It's like a very slow type of journey. They talk a lot. It's very beautiful. And they arrive in the desert. Of course, they are almost in the village is in the desert, but like deeper in the desert. And then the night comes. No, then there's the element of the darkness, of the dark blue with the star, with the starry night sky. No, this very beautiful, intimate. Them together. At the same time, I see a third person. It's always entourage around them, but they're always left alone. They are always together, them two. And I see them at the fire between, between these, say, sands or desert. In this desert, in the night, there's like I see some mountains or caves behind. The desert is not empty. It's just the desert. And they have a fire in the tent, and they spend, the night there, and they talk a lot. And there's a very beautiful part that comes through. And then I see almost like the wedding in the desert. It was in the night as well. It was like a ceremony. Them two, and then third person. It was like a carpet on the sand floor. It was like both Paimon and his bride, sitting together. It was like knee to knee, but sitting down, and the third person was in front of them with little space, like a carpet in between, and they were making the ceremony of their wedding. It was like a very simple wedding, almost with one witness that was carried in the desert. And then in their talks, because they talked a lot, it's almost like the girl does tell him some secrets she knows too. It's almost like, say, the girl does take the chance to tell him something, and it's almost like there are some elements that I will still understand later. There's always this feeling, I still don't get everything, of course, I don't get it exactly, but that's not the point. No one can go further into the exercise. There's always a element of confidence that King Paimon teaches, of responsibility. As I said, he's a very strict and almost like conservative type of teacher. Okay, it's like you don't play with Paimon, you don't mess with Paimon. Paimon knows everything. Paimon is like power. I mean, he has this, and don't try to fool him. You have to be honest. You have to be king. That's the energy you have to be to connect with Paimon. Otherwise, don't. This you have to elevate. You have to know. You have to have the confidence. You have to know that there is no there's no motive to stop yourself from doing something, that interests you, or you want, or you desire. There's a opening of the door which is dark, and then you find something there that you're really looking for. Paimon does give these gifts. Paimon does give you this present, as King Paimon. At the same time, I do think he has an element of independence. He is a free spirit. Paimon is free. And there is always the element of power with Paimon, okay, which is very, very good. And almost like he always gives the confidence. He always gives the power that yes. There's no need to worry or be scared, or if there's anything that you believe about yourself, or if you want to discover, there's a vision, a certain vision that really, you can analyze it, you can ask for answers, you can receive help from Paimon. I do it, so I know it's good. I know how it works. Otherwise, I will not recommend. But you have to know what you're doing. It's almost like Paimon is not human. Okay, he is human, but he's almost like he represents extreme power, he's the element of it, and in general, one should not do that. Of course, you have to be as a person as good as possible, and willing to learn, willing to discover more about yourself, and he can help you in your things that you do, or in the things that you have interest. It doesn't matter necessarily what. Just ask Paimon, be honorable, be honest, be direct, trust, what he shows you. Try to do the exercise, finding some answers. At the same time, that some answers come later. There's always elementary understanding for you, or for the person who it's just to know, no, how one works with Paimon, or how he shows things, or how he communicates or transports information to one, no? Through images, as I said, through numbers, one can almost like always see him, or you can always, for me it's very codic, it's always like numbers, colors, objects, forms, geometry, visions, colors a lot, no? Like things do move, it's almost like a movie scene, or a certain image, you know? A certain shadow or color. There's always the element of something in between, no? There's always like, it's almost like I can touch it, I can see, you know? In the moment you try to believe in it, it appears more. It's quite interesting exercise, no? It's the same like if you have a mirror and you go closer with the light, you see it even stronger, no? There's the element of like head on, no? That's what a Paimon teaches as well, no? To have that courage. Yes, of course. Yes, of course, no? But you have to detail your work. You have to compartize something, no? It's almost like, yeah, there is a moment of preparation. One has to think, no? And then once the decision, and yes, but it's almost like you look at the first moment, how you reacted to it, no? If it was positive, how did it feel? One can always go deeper, no? So, well, if the first time made me lucky or very lucky, it's a very good sign. Yes, of course I have to say yes. But it's not to be fool and say, well, yes, and, you know, you still will go a little back and try to understand more, no? So you reach that yes with the knowledge, yes, not only yes, but yes, no? There's, I said, always elevation with Paimon. And the cube, no, this floating in the air was very interesting because you know, I spoke a lot about the ancient elements of Paimon, which are very much ancient, no, in that meaning that they are. And this was like almost like a out of space type of place, no? You can make it like a different planet. And it had these mountains and this valley, and they are so like the black cube, no? Or what is represent? It's like it's Paimon, no? Or Paimon is has that, or Paimon showed me that, no? And I always felt in the vision like there's a meaning behind it, why he shows me that, no? And I would still like meditate on it, like try to understand like what it is, no? Especially by the element of floating in the air, but the element of futuristic as well. It really looked like some type of artifact or object, no? That's like something I've never seen or I never imagine. When I was saying before black cube, it was more like a simple black cube, no, like a geometrical. But this one was elongated, and it was like black and shiny tiles, and it had some type of lights on it. It was very mechanical, almost like a mechanical artifact or something, but very beautiful, very shiny, like black shine type of tiles, no? Almost like glass, or yeah, like black glass, no? Very, very shiny. And it had like red lights moving. It was quite large and very mechanical. It was the sound was very mechanical, very, you know, these big drawers open and one will close. Oh no, one will open, yes, and one will close, no? But more like one bigger opening, and then, I don't know, because it was like on one side only. And at the same time, the contrast between the desert, no, this desolate abyssal, even if it was not very deep, but it was, no, that, of course, that imagery. And then on the left, right, these mountains, and then almost like you walk, and then in the middle of it, no, it's almost like a little corner, but it's like this black, elongated figure, object, no. And it's almost like the way does go further on. I was like, oh, I don't know what is further on, but I see this black cube, no, or black yeah, it's like elongated cube or something, no? I still don't understand, of course, but it's like it always approaches me to the vision more, no? It's like an exercise as well, and one sees really the elements of this shiny material that it's covered, no, the entire object. So that's like the main focus. What I see, it's almost like black, no, it's almost like not a lot to see. And this door was open. That's the movement, the only movement it has, this repetitive movement. Just like 1, 2, 1, 2, no? And it is like a static. It's like of course, no, but floating in the air, no? That's like the most interesting part. It has the ability, you know, to float in the air like that. It is almost like not moving, no? And yeah, I really didn't understand it, to be honest. I didn't really understand the vision, but that was it, no? That was the vision, and yeah, it's like a very futuristic, like you know, I want to say, well, Paimon does, it is as well a futuristic book. It's like it has this element, no? It has this richness of elements that all the elements here represents, and the ones I have spoken in the other recordings too as well about King Paimon. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to still continue to talk about King Paimon. If there are other visions or other things, you know, I will definitely continue with another recording about King Paimon. It is a very interesting subject. I really love the book. I really love Paimon. I really love the things that he shows me, the way, you know, I met him through the book, and the way I work together with him for the book. Now he has helped me. I know he has given me more intellect, more wisdom, more somewhat like distinguished honor now to write this book about him, and I'm very happy that I created this masterpiece. I always give my highest respects to Paimon, and you know, I see him as a father, as a my ancestor, in the same time I see him in the great of the power of what he carries, and I love Paimon very, very much. And it is there's always a symbol to it which I love. There's always a message. There's always a sound, no? Sometimes like trickling water, or a certain color, or a certain moment where it's almost like I feel very close to me, or the visions or the things that he shows me. And the way I worked on the manuscript, no, he was very strict. It was like a teacher, no, being very strict on everything that has to be perfect. It was really every point, every comma, every space, every, you know, plus the word, plus the entire manuscript, which was a very large one, and the different chapters of the book, because finally the entire thing is about the book, no. I'm talking about my book. I'm talking about the work that I've done on this book. If someone is interested now to get like further knowledge or insight, or someone who likes the story, one can read it in the book, and one can read or listen now to these recordings as well while reading the book. No, there's always it's really nice, I guess. I will do it when I have the book, when I will have it in paper, no, and almost like I can read in the book, and then I can use the book now to have visions, or to try to imagine, or try to see the beauty and the beautiful elements now that the Paimon carries, because there are so many. And I really love the intellect part of it. I really love the warmth I feel around him, the love. No, there's always this. I'm always safe in his hands. You know, there's nothing to be scared of. No, King Paimon protects me. King Paimon is king. King Paimon is who he says he is. King Paimon is, you know, grandiose. King Paimon is knowledgeable. King Paimon is powerful. King Paimon is, you know, intelligent. King Paimon is beautiful. King Paimon is a king, no? King Paimon does give. King Paimon is good, no? There's always this, yes, king, yes, 2, 4, 6, no? There's always this element of the number, or the elevation. Sometimes something moving fast, or something loud, you know? He does teach you, or he does train you too, for things that can come unexpected, no? Like he will not give you something that you're not ready to handle. He will not push the border. He's very, he respects, but he asks that respect back. No, it's king. It's king. You have to be king. Okay, to speak King Paimon's language, you have to be strong like that. No, you have to, like see the abyss. No, with fury eyes. No, nothing to be scared. Paimon is there. It's almost like Paimon's presence is everything. No, it's like he's that powerful. No, King Paimon will always take care of his people. King Paimon will always love. King Paimon will always protect. King Paimon is king. King Paimon is magical. King Paimon has magical powers. There's all these elements with King Paimon. He does care, this substance, of the darkness, of the abyss, of the beautiful petrol sky with the stars, the stars always speak about future, the astrology, the world, the knowledge that King Paimon, at the same time, some of his knowledge are unreachable for humans. Okay, there's only some parts he can give. There's only some he is independent. He has to focus on his work. He is King Paimon, but he does help. That's why it's very fast sometimes the element, or it's a very short sound or a very short vision, and then he has to go. That's his work. The travel through the desert. He meets different people, but he's always on the journey. He's always on his camel. King Paimon and camel is their one. It's the element of King Paimon. And sometimes you will not see him. It will be just a vision. It will be like a number or a message or something. If you open almost like the channel and want this from him and ask him, you can ask him this, help me with this or give me this. He will send you. You will be able, or one can try to receive the message or the color or something, and it comes then unexpectedly. It doesn't come immediately after. Don't wait for it. It will arrive. Like it will come, and then sometimes you even forget. I did ask this, but King Paimon doesn't. He will help. He will. There's always this element. Of course, King Paimon is not human. It's like he does help because of that as well. He does elevate. He will elevate. Intellectual things. In different fields or different things that his teachings are. In the same time, he is part of the past, of the ancient. He's very much connected to the past. He's very much a solitary being. He does represent the silence, the calmness. Paimon is very calm. He is very secure in himself. In his steps, and what he wants to say. There's a concentration in his thought, in his interest, in his way to see beyond. There's always a moment where, there's a moment of touch. There's always a moment of spark where both can recognize. Both can. There's this air with wind or element of music, the silence and the song. There's this contrast, but it's not very different, and it's the same. Like, if Paimon carries the silence, the girl carries the song or the music, and it's almost like he understands that her silence is his music, and his music is her silence. There's like Paimon wanted to know the girl as well. Paimon was interested in the girl as well, and it was not such in a direct way. There's always a element of waiting, but intensity. It sounds like communication came from one word, one sentence, which was a question, and then the girl answered, and then it's almost like, yes, Paimon had his answer. Paimon recognized, and then he asks her, to go with him, and she does. So there's this travel, from the place where he finds the girl at this temple, at this market, or this ancient village. It's like in the desert, and then they go on the travel together, and then they finally marry. It's almost like she does become his bride. There's a wedding in the desert. There's like a secret. There's like a union. There's something very spiritual, very beautiful about it. Very traditional as well. It's like one witness. And I love the simplicity about it. There's absolutely beautiful moment, very romantic, very deep, very intimate, very sensual, very appealing, very, very, very gorgeous, very beautiful. And then there's this cave, in the starry night sky in the desert. It's really like you have the hot sand, and then the coolness of the night, and it's perfect silence, what Paimon represents as well, this beautiful element of the silence, and what the silence represents, the beautiful, is so beautiful silence. It's like you sleep in total silence, or you speak in total silence, or, the silence of the desert, it's like a desolate, there is something desolate always, like, of course, not desolate, there is the sand, or the mountain, or the cave, or, there's Paimon, there is bride, there are things in the desert, there is the camel, there is, or in say, well, there are not many, but there is perfection, there is everything, And King Paimon does represent this as well. He is rich. He is King Paimon. He has everything. He has he is King Paimon. It's almost like he doesn't have to represent himself because he is who he is. There is no trickery with Paimon. There is no element of that. He is pure. He's like pure light, like pure wind. But it's like very, very strong, very masculine. He's very masculine. Paimon is king, is man, and he has his brothers. There's always this element of a male tribe. There's always his male tribe with him. His men, his warriors, his family. There's Paimon never comes alone. Of course, he's king. These people, are his family. His brothers, or his other kings. And they are all together. There's always Paimon, but Paimon is like the in the tribe. He's the one. He's the first. He's the king. He's the he is like always represented because of the magical abilities, and the music and all the things he represents. And they do say, that King Paimon doesn't come alone. King Paimon always comes with two brothers, his kings, And you see like different men which are kings, with him. And there's always other that play music, There's always the element of music around when Paimon arrives. But it was like when the girl is there's silence, and he's only with the girl. So there's this entourage always around, but in many scenes he's just with the girl, talking. And I've talked about it in different scenes, in different ways throughout these recordings. I think one should listen. They are beautiful, and they do give, some type of insights and help. Or some type of beauty, or some type of enjoyment, or some type of pleasure, some type of gift, from Paimon. And that's like that's for me like the most beautiful thing. At the same time, there are many beautiful things about the story, about the things that I really love. That's why it's more like I do want to continue the recordings. Of course, I will speak very much so, very much more too about Paimon, about the book, and I think it is a beautiful way to record too my words as the author, or the process of writing the book, or how I'm able to transcribe something that's almost like it is secret, or it is ancient, or it is like higher knowledge, or different type of knowledge, or different type of at the same time it's not necessary, because the essence, it's almost like the mental plane is not the plane to understand the story. One has to go a little deeper. It's always like, why should I read the story only from a mental plane when I can hear it or imagine it and read it from a heart space? But at the same time, I can switch. I can some lyrics or some lines are very mental with some type of knowledge or wisdom. Sometimes they're very much for the heart, and then it's like, a book does work wonders, and it does have different layers and different elements, of the words, of the numbers, of the lyric form, of the consonants, of the The book has like strong consonants and a few vocals, especially A, E, I, O, U. At the same time, if you look Paimon, the I, E, O are the vocals that will appear most of the book. It's almost like I don't even have to check. If I will check, I know it's true, no? He does give this type of knowledge as well. So like with one answer, I can resolve the puzzle fast, no? There's always an element of training with Paimon. He does train, he does push one a little bit, one step further, no? It's always like, okay, next lesson, next level, next. At the same time, I can still use the ones he taught me for music, or like the first one, which were a little different, no? And the same writing, the book was the same element of concentration and work. Of course, the beautiful stories are what attracts me most about Paimon. At the same time, his essence or his presence, what he carries. King Paimon is king, the book does speak very much about this, and Paimon is a very interesting figure, interesting persona. Somehow he appears throughout history, and there are, like I try to honor his image and honor his powers or dominion, or who he represents. I try to understand who he represents, and like by representing him in the book. And this is what came out, so to say, what type of poem. One has to read the book to understand it. It's always like I'm talking about the book. This is not the book. The book is a hymn form poem, a lyric form called Whispers of the Abyss, and the book title is King Paimon, the Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss, by Anais Giulia, and it can be bought on Amazon internationally. Thank you so much for listening, and hope to catch you next time. Bye.